Hi everybody, welcome to Ecodriver. My name is Helmut. Today we go out on our Ecodriver loop with the Suzuki SX4 S-Cross. That's all-wheel drive. We have the manual gearbox, 1.3 liter engine with 95 kilowatts. WLTP consumption is 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers. On Sprit Monitor DE we have 7.17 on average. The unladen weight is 1,256 kilograms, 2,783 pounds, and we do our regular Ecodriver loop, which I show you here. Firstly, we go out of town just for about a kilometer, then we start the ascent. We go uphill for about 5 kilometers. This elevates us up around 360 meters, 1100 feet. Then we have some rolling hills, a descent, some open road, 17 kilometers, 11 miles of motorway, and at the end we have 17 kilometers or 18 kilometers of city traffic. At the end of every section we have a look at the overall and sectoral consumption, and at the end of the whole trip we analyze it. Unfortunately, we have some fog and clouds today, but I think that it will be gone soon, and then you get a view of the nice area. I hope you enjoy this trip, and I'll see you later. So when we go around the corner, we don't see it in the center display, but I have it on the right hand side on the screen. It's 10.0 liters per 100 kilometers. I guess it will come back soon. Yes, what you have noticed is that I tried to keep the revs as low as possible, because you don't need high revs when you don't need a lot of power. And we didn't need a lot of power because the engine had sufficient power from lower RPMs, even on the hills, and I don't think that I even went above 2000 RPMs. What follows now is the hilly section. Here it's important to play with the road, to use the change of gradient to your advantage, to build up some momentum on the way down, and take this momentum into the next flat section or into the next hill, and therefore reduce the amount of energy consumed. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the hills now. You see the car in front of us going slow, but also very inefficient. Doesn't use the momentum to go into the next hill, and it's just going so slow that it's really painful. so 7.7 liters per 100 kilometers. And on the way down, I tried to use the momentum as much as possible. We have 2 flat sections, and if possible I try to cross them without using any additional energy, just with the momentum we built up before. But I'm not sure. Today is quite a lot of traffic, so it might well be that we have very slow traffic in front of us, and normally the slow drivers don't know how to drive efficiently, and therefore it might well be that they are an obstacle to us, and this will raise our consumption. But we try our best. What I do with this car, and with occasionally with other manual shifted cars, I step on the clutch to keep the vehicle rolling. Normally you shouldn't do this because you have the injection cutoff, which means when you lift your foot off the accelerator, the vehicle, the engine doesn't inject any fuel, and therefore it's the most efficient way of driving. But sometimes the brake power of the engine is so strong that it's more efficient to just step on the clutch and keep the car rolling. So we're coming to the end of the descent, and we see here 5.5 liters per 100 kilometers, despite having had a lot of traffic in front of us, very slow traffic. The truck was just turning left before the flat section, so we couldn't use any of the momentum, and this, of course, this cost us some consumption. But still, 5.5 isn't too bad. And now the open road section. Yeah, you've seen it today. We had all those slow vehicle movers in front of us. They were not even only slow, they're also very inefficient, as you have probably seen. So we're coming now to the end of the open road, and we see here 4.9 liters per 100 kilometers. Now we're coming on the motorway, and we have a restriction of 100 kilometers, 62 miles per hour here. We're coming to the end of the motorway now, and we see here 5.1 liters per 100 kilometers. We're coming to the last section of today. It's the city section. In the city, it's important to keep the vehicle in motion, to avoid braking, to avoid re-acceleration, if possible avoid acceleration from a standstill, and also if you have to accelerate, then do it with low revs, because normally in city traffic there are other cars around you and you barely have the chance, or there's the need to accelerate like a race driver. So therefore keep the revs low, but put a high load on the engine. That means you can push the accelerator pedal quite hard, but try to keep the revs as low as possible. And you will see I will barely go above 2000 or maybe 1800 RPMs when I'm accelerating. So we are coming to the end of our trip on the Ecodriver loop with the Suzuki SX4 S-Cross. This car is a mild hybrid, and Suzuki is promoting this as a hybrid, and I'm not sure whether this does any good, because then you expect maybe some even better consumption. But the mild hybrid system per se works quite well. The start-stop works all the time, and if those 5, 6, 7, 9 kilowatt hours, whatever, of the starter generator, the alternator and motor, they help pushing the car at the very first meters. And if you look at the port computer, it says 5.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Now that's really surprising for me. I didn't expect that. And now let's have a look at the details. Well, now let's have a look at the sectoral and overall consumption for the Suzuki S4X S-Cross, the four-wheel drive. But I have to say it's not a permanent four-wheel drive, so it's only used when needed. You see the sectoral consumptions here with the overall of 5.5, and if we compare this to the other vehicles we have already tested, we see that we are somewhere in on average. So it's not the very best. If you compare the Ford Focus or the Ford Puma, which are, if you look at the weight and the power output and the manual gearbox, which are very similar to the Suzuki, and they are almost a liter down, 4.7 and 4.8 respectively. So it's not the, how shall I say, most efficient car in the world, but it has other advantages. It's a bit higher, you have a potential for wheel drive, but still is okay, given the fact that it's 10% below, almost 10% below the WLTP consumption. And as I said in the video, and as you have seen, the important thing is keep the revs down, look ahead, read the road, anticipate what other road users are doing. And nowadays you must be a mind reader to find out what stupid things they are up to sometimes. And sometimes there are some comments below the video that, yeah, if you go slow, then it's no wonder that you have a low consumption. You've seen today that not I was the obstacle. I would have gone much faster, and I think that the consumption would be better then, because going slow doesn't mean you're efficient. If you want to see my 5 general tips to drive ICE cars more efficiently, you find the video here. Down here you find the playlist for the consumption test I've done with all the petrol cars so far. And if you're generally interested in this topic and what I'm doing, feel free to subscribe to this channel. And when you hit the notification bell, you won't miss any new video. That's it for the Suzuki. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time.